for football at Lumen Field. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Chicago Bears. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
At the 23-yard line.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Set. Let's go double count right here. Double count. Check 9.
This is Carson running right through him. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. Now Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and the Bears take over. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And here he's got Graham. Touchdown, Bears. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, 21.6 miles per hour. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They run it with Carson, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. And, Charles, this defense, I have to imagine, kind of licking its chops when you get a chance to face a team that's lost 3 straight.
And my surprise was listening to their head coach in his weekly presser, because normally you and I see guys that get up there and say, everybody's a threat, any given Sunday, that sort of thing. But he was asked if this might be a trap game, and he essentially said, He didn't see anything to worry about. Now, normally you say that to your team, but you don't tell us. You definitely don't say it to the media.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. Room to run, Penn. Fighting through it. He's got space. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game of their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. A little bit of space there for the 1st down run as that's going to get them about 5 yards.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Fields on 1st down. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Handoff comes to Montgomery. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson, his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Bears are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Seahawks nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. Pushes him over. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Play action. It's Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. On 2nd and inches, Fields. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Push him back. Push him back. 25. Check 25.
Here's Carson, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing is Wilson. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
The Seahawks on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
44. Let them know.
Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Jason Myers for the Seahawks field goal. A 53-yard.
Myers' kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Fields going to hold on to it. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They go back to Carson here on 2nd. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
57 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code, but he could not hang on to it.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Returnable for Grant. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Fields now to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Fields. He'll rifle this one deep right side. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. Well, CD, when you combine accuracy with a big arm, you get throws like that. And Justin Fields may very well be making these kinds of plays at the pro level for years to come. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 17, Fields. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Montgomery. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Fields. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as the Bears push further out in front. Santos with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This is DJ Reed returning. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. On first down, Carson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Flushed out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Akeem Hicks, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cohen. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Play action. It's Fields.
He's going to go up top for the end zone.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
He finds his man complete. It's Grant. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Back to throw, Fields.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
2nd down and goal.
Fields.
Touchdown. That's caught. Marquise Goodwin in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Bears would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Now the point after try for Santos. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Bears 28, Seahawks 10.
4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away.
Here's Reed returning. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Both these teams going through their final adjustments before heading back out of the locker room. Time for us to go back out to Lumen Field, where we rejoin Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A give. This is Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Fields. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he is across midfield from one 49 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now a good job shifting right, finding his target. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Now it's Wilson. Touchdown, Seahawks. Gerald Everett, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Wilson going to throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. On 1st down, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll run on first down. Montgomery. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Tackled by Darrell Taylor.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now Montgomery. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Fields throw there, complete to Mooney. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On play action, Fields. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Shedding the tackler, that gives him some room. Touchdown, Chicago!
Well, we saw David Montgomery lead the nation a few years back in broken tackles when he was at Iowa State, and he's proven to be difficult to bring down in the NFL as well.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Partner, we read a great article this week arguing for him to be Defensive Player of the Year. Normally, sacks are the big thing that people point to, but what he's done in the secondary has been something special.
It has been, because it's been an all-around game for him, taking the ball away, rushing the quarterback and sacking him himself, doing a number of different things that change the way the game is played.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Rolling to his right. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. They go play action with Wilson. He'll buy some time right. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Wilson to throw. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Seahawks are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. He's going to take another shot here. And this one is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Montgomery running right. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Yeah, he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And some space here. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bears look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Santos with the extra point, and the lead is now 24.
Seahawks 18.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Here's Reed. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Play action. Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 42. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And the Bears are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Chicago, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, the slide continues as they drop now to 3-12. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions.